Good evening. We are so excited to be with you today. We have a special announcement before we get into the lesson we're going to deliver today. We want to give you the information, the early birds, and this is for all the day ones who've been rocking with us, who have always been right here supporting us. Hello, hello. We want to give you the information up front and early before things are taken advantage of, because the early bird rate is dropping on the first of the month.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, I got cut off once we did the two-person thing. Let me make sure I'm still good. Hello. My ladies. Hello. All right, I'm telling you right now, if y'all know about us, tell your friends to tap in, because I'm telling you the DMs are going to be on fire. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, why didn't you know?
Hey, girl, hey.
We were here to tell you, hey, y'all. Ooh, it's been a long day, but we are excited to be here with you. So we do have a topic that we want to address tonight. And, it's pretty juicy, and actually Erica came up with this one. I'm excited. And I think the best way to phrase it is like, are you sitting around waiting to be chose? Like, really? How's that working out? So we're
answer
going
is yes.
yes.
Answer is
We're
yes.
going to get this. Yes, you transform. That's my homie right there. Jaquetta, what's up, girl? She know what's going on up in here. If y'all not following her, please do. I love her journey and how she's sharing it authentically. So, I like to shout out my sisters that's in here. Simply Asia, what's up, girl? I see y'all coming through. So good to see you, ladies. All right. But first, and I want to shout out right now to all of our ladies overseas in South Africa, Golden Coast, everybody, the Ivory Coast, that be telling us they're watching replays and they're receiving the love. We receive the love right back at you, ladies. We appreciate you. Thank you for always being in the replay, and thank you for always responding to the emails. I appreciate you. Okay? Can't wait to see you ladies live at the Before Boaz Summer Love Session.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Ladies, we have heard your requests, we have heard your needs, and we have put together this quarter's event, and it is going down June 12th through the 13th. I'm telling you right now, June 12th through the 13th is the Before Boaz Summer Love Session. What is that? Let us tell you. The Before Boaz Summer Love Session is an opportunity to really understand what it is we do. Like, so often we get on here and we're just giving it away for free. And it's like, y'all doing all this for free? Well, what's your program like? Honey, the program is that fire. You ain't know? You better ask somebody. Okay? Listen, we could never really give the value away on a live. Like, it's way too much. It's transformative. It changes your whole life. It shifts your whole mindset. Like, you don't even look the same, honey. But we want to have as much of an outreach as we can on social. So that's why we log on here, and we just be trying to give all the tea. We just try to give everything we can. But in the Before Boaz Summer Love Session, that part, boo. In the Before Boaz Summer Love Session, y'all, that's when we get together for 2 days. It's 2 different segments, and we really go deep. And just in case you didn't know, what's special about our coaching is that we bring in the best of the best in the field. So all the ladies who finish Before Boaz, they get a whole change from head to toe. I'm talking about, yes, you're going to level up in love. If you've heard us here before, you know we have what you need. Oh, there go my girl. She up my control. I get so excited when I see my day ones on. But yes, we give away that power here. You know that we are guided by the Lord, and we are helping, and we're coming through in a neurotransformational way to lift you up out what you're experiencing and get you where God has you to be. Okay, cool. But then what? Well, we believe one of the main challenges that some women experience is financial insecurity, right? You want that money, honey. And we don't want you to have to depend on a man to get it. So we bring in a wealth planner. That's right. If you're in Before Boaz, you already have your tuition covers your ability to meet one-on-one with the wealth planner and learn exactly how to make your money make money. Okay, you meet with the stylist, our personal stylist, Rashina, whom on IG you may know as Layered and Liberty. Listen, she comes through and helps you get a closet clean out and outfit pairing so that you know how to wear what you have already, even better. And you can also work with her and get that entire wardrobe transformation. That's what we do. But then we don't stop there. Then we say, well, what about your home life? What is your home looking like? So that's when we bring in the interior decorator, the real Nene, housewife of Atlanta. She comes in, assess what's going on, and gives you a transformation there. I mean, I really could go on. We bring in Egyptian fit. Get your stretching together. Because y'all trying to do all these positions, but you can barely touch your toes. I might be talking about myself, y'all. But the point is, we bring in all of these coaches. And last but well, actually, she's not last, but I'm just
about to say, don't leave her out. Don't leave her out.
I'm tired of talking. But one that we must mention is Goody. If y'all don't know about Goody, where you been? Listen, I tell y'all all the time, some of y'all are having a lot of sex, but you still not good at it. And that's where Goody comes in, okay? She comes in with Rideology. She comes with Sensuality 101. She comes in with Lick. These are all sessions that are already prepared, and she delivers that to our ladies. So our ladies know how to show up authentically in their relationship. They build their self-esteem and self-confidence. Their wardrobe is right and tight. Their home life is clean and organized. Their bank accounts are growing. Their investments are investing. And they know how to put it down in the bedrooms. I'm just saying. In case you was wondering what Before Bold is all about. Baby.
In case you was wondering.
In case you were wondering. Because somebody told me that she was looking for me.
Here I go.
Yes. So that's why we're able to get on here. And this is like girl talk for us. I mean, yes, our clients get this regularly, but this ain't the real sauce. The real sauce is the fact that once you get in Before Boaz, your whole everything is just like brand new. Okay, you come out
what?
Your whole everything, honey.
Your whole everything.
All of that is brand new. So if that's what you're looking for, but you're like, I just want to I want to experience it. That's the Before Boaz 2-day summer love session, June 12th and 13th. The doors will open on the 1st of the month.
Wake up, wake up.
Hey, I'm just saying, that's when it's going to open. So don't hit me. Don't at me 3 weeks from now, because we're not going to, we keep our stuff intimate. We do not allow a whole bunch of people, because then we can't have the same experience. So if you wait to the last minute and then we close the doors, I love you, next time. All right. Listen. Oh, there goes the hubby. Hey, honey. Yeah. Listen. He done showed in on y'all, honey. Yes. So I'm glad he went here. We're talking about Goody. So, wait,
Shanor, I'm about to say, wait now.
I almost forgot.
You have to tell them what they would be allowed to do at this point, because right now we are offering an early bird special, and that just means that you heard it here first and you decided to move first. And because you were so passionate about your decision and you were moving, you knew you wanted to move forward and you actually did the damn thing. That means that, we gifted you with maybe, what is it, 30%? Is it 30% off?
Girls, actually 50.
Oh,
look at that.
Listen, I was trying to make it low.
Listen.
I was trying to make it more.
We
See? I thought it was 30.
Hey, he said go low. Go low. Go for the early bird. For the early bird only, people, don't at me. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen to me. It's going to go back up, okay? But you will get 50% off the early bird rate. Then after that, it's going back up. Only limited number of seats will be at the early bird rate, so I can't give you a date. It's after the first number of seats are gone, then it's back to the regular rate. So if I were you, I'd be there on the first, swiftly in that link in bio, tapping that out. Now, we still got something else. Y'all, I'm so excited. We've been teasing about this. And our girl Rashina was supposed to be on tonight, y'all, but there was a schedule conflict. So if you are on my email list and we were talking about how she was going to be here, there's been a lot of people, loss of life. Lord, help us all. And she needed to take that time to grieve. It really wasn't a good time. We're going to do it next week. Okay. Next week, we will have Rashina right on here with us, and y'all will see the personal stylist. Yes. Live and in color. And you'll understand what it is you're going to get. As a matter of fact, over the next few weeks, we're going to feature all, well, we don't have enough weeks for all, many of
Couple.
the, yeah,
A few.
many of the coaches that will be joining us so that you can really get an idea of what it's like to be in Before Boas, who you're going to work with. These people are real. We're not telling fairy tales. Like, these people are legit in their field and you get to learn. But here's the juice. At the end of the second day of the summer love session, we will be having the Love at First Zoom event. Listen, what does that mean? That means that we will have available women and available gentlemen right there together so they can find love at first Zoom. You can apply what you just learned immediately, right there. That's for all of those who are in Before Boas and for the gentlemen who pay to be a part of Love at First Zoom. And you know, we are screening, okay? We're not gonna have just anybody up in here. So I have people saying, I can't find anybody. I don't know where to meet somebody. I don't know. I'm just everybody. Here is your opportunity. If you want to be put right in front of the right person and you want to have a quick mini love session to get your mind right before that happens, June 12th and 13th. You heard it here first. All right. So now, Erica, let's shift gears. We were talking about people sitting around just waiting to get chose. Okay.
Well, like the Bible says, he who finds a wife
finds a good thing. But I don't think he's going to find you in your home, right? I don't think he's going to break in and come see you, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, I just don't ever see any good men. There's no good men in my town. And I promise you, people from every zip code are saying that. I'm like, there are good men around. Number one, we always talk about, what is it, Erica? What kind of
bait are you using?
What kind of bait are you putting out? Okay, that determines what it is you're going to receive. But even more than that, like, where are you going, sis? Where do you hang out? Because there are men all over. I'm confused as to why you're not seeing them. So I'm wondering whether or not ladies are hanging out where other ladies are hanging out. Like, what?
I mean,
what is that even?
Then okay, but if you are trying to actually put yourself in the position to be seen, then you're gonna have to go where your husband will go. Otherwise, you're gonna running into girlfriends that you can hang out with and be by yourself.
Absolutely. So when we say when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And we often say you were already a wife before he found you. So we want you to shift your mindset and say, okay, well then where does my husband hang out? Where does he hang? Where would he be? What's on his agenda? Are you there? Like, many gentlemen go to the barbershop. Now, I'm not saying you need to sit there all day long, but ain't nothing wrong with eating some ice cream across the street on the bench. I'm just saying, if you're trying to be strategic, just saying, be in the right places so you can see the right people and be seen by the right people, right? You know, auto parts store. I don't see very many females up in there. You know, Home Depot, Lowe's. Men are everywhere in these places. And what type of man do you want? If you want a man who already has a home and is taking care of his home, these are the type places you might want to consider, right? Why are you at the club? Are you looking for someone who buys drinks? Like, it's dark. You can't talk. So therefore, this is a formula for you to just get some and get left. I guess. What are we going to get from this? So again, so often we hear this over and over and over again, but ladies just really aren't going to the right places. Now, where we come in is when you are in those right places, ensuring that the proper you is showing up. Now I want to be very clear. We love to give actionable feedback in these lives. We love to tell you things that you can immediately go do and have a result. But honey, if you keep showing up the way you've been showing up, thinking the way you think and doing the things you do, even if we have you in the right places, you're not going to have the result that you want, because the transformation has to go on inside of you. Inside. That's why we say you have to know and love self before you love someone else. When I say, where does your husband hang out? To some of y'all right now, I know y'all like, Um, Because you don't know your husband. You never sat down and thought about that. You never thought, well,
Mm-hmm.
who is the balance to me for real? To the point of
Mm-hmm.
like interests and hobbies. Like, really go deep. If this is the person that you're saying you want to spend the rest of your life with and you don't want to experience what you've experienced before, then honey, break him down to me. Describe him to me. Who did God tell you he is? What is
Mm-hmm.
he into? Like, what is he passionate about? And how does that align with you? Mm. Come on now. What are you doing such that this type of person would be interested, attracted, and magnetized to you? See, if you hang out in certain environments long enough, you'll begin to have something in common with the people in those environments. Stay with me now. Stay with me. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you stay in the environment where you are, you're going to continue to have things in common with the people who are in that environment.
That's
So
right.
we like to use the word dog sometimes. So if you've been at the pound, you smell like Purina, okay? Because that's where you've been. All right. If you leave the pound, you say, you know what? I'm going to come over here. Instead of being at the pound, I'm going to go to some investment conferences. Now, maybe you feel uncomfortable there at first because that's not where you've been spending your time. But the longer you spend your time there, the more you start digging into that, something that interests you and would interest him. Now you're becoming well spoken on it. You're
Mm-hmm.
becoming well read on it. So
Mm-hmm.
then when he does find you, you have something to offer. You have something to talk about. It's not just he earns the money, you spend it. He earns the money, you spend it. No, you have invested. Do y'all remember the last live? Erica said she invested in herself. When she invested in herself, that's when she embraced the need for etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you invest in yourself, even about learning different investment and financial strategies, and then when you read that person who specializes in this, who's passionate about this, you'll have something you could talk about together and you'll have a way to help that to move forward like a rib. I mean, come on, y'all.
And I'm going to say this too. And there's two things. There's two things. The purpose, one, is to break this cycle that we find ourselves in as women. The I find somebody that I think that I like, and then we get into something, we get into a situationship, and then it don't work for whatever reason, and then I'm left by myself again. Then I'm saying the same thing. There are no good men. All the men that I come across are like this. And this is a cycle that we find ourselves in time and time again. When you do this prep work, prep
Come on
is
now.
before. When you do this work, it helps you to avoid all of the traps, and it helps you avoid getting back into the cycles that you know you are prone to. Because what
Yes.
you have sat down, you have said, okay, let me analyze this thing. Let me break down this thing so that I can ensure to not get there again. One, that's the first thing. The second thing is, well, women will say, well, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to pretend like I'm somebody that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not asking you to pretend like you're another woman. We're asking you to level up in your thinking as a woman, because
Say it again. Say it again. Say it
that
again.
we're not asking you to be another woman. We're asking you to level up your thinking as a woman. Because
Yes.
when we have these conversations with you and you tell us the type of man or the type of body that you came from, we are going to tell you this type of man is in these types of places. This
Yeah.
type of man flows in this type of arena. This type of man has this type of background. This is
Yeah.
where he hangs out. These are the type of friends that he has. This is the mindset that he has. But if you are not even interested in the same things as the man that you are trying to attract, then it's just going to be you're sitting in a house with a stranger. And as women, let's flip it, because women, we won't get it until it's us. If you
Right.
were with a man and he wasn't interested in anything that you had going on personally, you would think that he did not care about you.
Come on.
So,
So,
in order to be a helpmeet, and in order to be a companion that is supportive,
yes,
you have to, this is some support,
yes,
you have to invest in the things that they are interested in. Why? Because you love them. Why? Because you care. Why? Because this is a forever thing. This is not a tomorrow, yesterday, pass on. Maybe we don't know. We thinking about it. If you signed up for forever, you can't count that long. So you might as well start investing. So those two things are what we are trying to accomplish right at this moment. Breaking the cycle and actually understanding the mindset of being a great support system to your companion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And also breaking the stigma of, hey, you know, women just want a man who is 6 feet, has 6 figures, drives a 6 series. Like all of that is not, that's not really what you want. Maybe that's what you say you want when you don't truly know what's aligned with you because you don't know yourself that well. And I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Sometimes we grow up and whatever others expected of us is who we aim to be.
Right.
Okay. So how it was cool to dress in that neighborhood, that's what you wore. Whatever the cute colors were, that's what you wore. If shoes, whatever the hot shoes were, that's what you wore. That's why you can go from region to region and people look totally different because we're trying to assimilate. But when it comes to love and marriage, we're all individuals. You can't borrow my values because you haven't had my life. So likewise, can't tell you what your perfect partner is or what he's interested in. You have to know that because you know you. You know you. And if you don't know yourself, then respect yourself enough to stop. And I mean this. Stop. Stop. Because as long as you keep going full speed with the same formula, you're going to get the same result or worse. Okay.
Right.
But if you stop and say, hold up, wait a minute, I must be missing a piece because these people keep talking about these love experiences and I never have one like that. Like I don't know men like that. It's no different than there are some people who tell me they don't know men who make 6 figures. And I would say to you, I don't know very many who don't. Why? It's that environment thing we talked about. Now, I grew up around people who didn't make 6 figures. I could name people in my past that I knew, but if you're asking me about the circles in which I swim, they all make 6 figures. So that's not, so when people are like, you got to have 6 figures, you didn't say anything yet to me. Like, that's not, okay, still got the same number of men. What is really going to separate them? And please don't tell me it's the model of a car that they drive. That's not it. No, do you need someone who's compassionate? Is it that you have the gift, you know, you're a seer and you need someone who's spiritually aligned and believes in spiritual gifts? Come through. Are you a cook and you need someone who's really into food, like really into tasting? Like there are some people who are just really like, it's not just about eating to live. They live to eat. They're into it. And for you to have somebody just rush through a meal, that just would never work for you. Like, what is it about you that's special? Are you called to work with children? And so being with someone who never wants children would never work for you because you know that that's what's in your future. What is it about you? But I'm telling you, in the very beginning, when we talk to so many ladies, they can't get past the pre-work.
Right.
Because you don't know.
That's right.
And so as long as you don't know, everybody fits the bill.
That's right.
You're not marrying everyone. You're looking for one. And if you're looking for one, if you're trying to, you know, a funnel, people talk about sales funnels, right? When you have a funnel, there has to be something that's going to streamline all of this volume so you only get a little bit out the bottom. What are you using in your life to streamline this bulk of men out here to say these are the only ones I'm going to consider? Or are you considering anybody walking around with some in between their legs? I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, what are we doing? But then you tell me you want a man that's like this, a man that does this, a man that loves like this. Well, how are you selecting? How are you sifting? What? And then who gets to be in your presence? Like, will you go on a date with anybody? Because see, I won't. let's be clear. First of all, I'm married. But even when I was dating, anybody couldn't just ask me on a date and I go. No, that's not how this works.
Right.
Again, it's about knowing yourself. Why would I invest time in a date with someone, for example, for somebody like me who don't even believe in Jesus? Like, I don't understand. Women don't pick the man, we pick you up. Yes, you must have just joined because you didn't hear what we would, you would have loved what we said 10 minutes ago. I'm gonna have to hit you on the replay. But right, you all pick us, but but we have to, let's be clear. You ask us to marry you. You don't tell us. So therefore, we have a say as to whether we are going to, like, will you? I do. Will you? I do. If somebody says, will you, but they don't fit your criteria, then don't do it. Because how are you going to have a long, loving relationship with someone that you're not compatible with? And let me tell you something. If all you're thirsting for is a ring, the devil will get you one tomorrow.
A nice one. A big one.
Nice one.
A
nice one. He will send you somebody that's ready to get married. And let me tell you something. I'm a military brat. You don't know the number of people in the military that only get married for the money. If you're married in the military, you get better benefits. I know people who do this. And then down the line, you regret the fact that you played with the covenant. Let's get real, people. Let's get real. What are we really looking for? He said, I'll let you have that. You don't let me have very much. You don't let me have very much. But I love that. I love the interaction. And by the way, we're going to have a panel soon where we're going to go deeper, okay? We're working on the date, finalizing it. But listen, we're going to go deeper in the concepts and the topics that really matter to you all. But I'm going to move on and say this, ladies. If you're ready to make a change, if you're ready to experience something different, it's time to do different things. And it's time to be more particular. I promise you. See, he said, I did see that when I was in the Army. The girl be dropping facts. Like, I don't make this stuff up. Like, this is real life, y'all. But I'm going to tell you this. When you get tired, when you're sick and tired, you will try something different, okay?
Absolutely.
And so often, we just don't want to be alone on Friday and Saturday night. We are tired of being by ourselves. So we just like, just let me hang out with somebody tonight. You're wasting time. Not only are you wasting time, you're not doing what you could be doing to prepare for what God has for you in the future. Case in point. If you are home every weekend watching Netflix and chilling by yourself or with someone else, ordering in food, and you order your groceries, not only are you not out and about to be found, he ain't gonna be on your couch, okay? But number two, you are not strengthening your cooking skills. You could be, instead, you could be getting up in God's glory, okay? You could be getting dressed, okay? You could be going to the grocery store looking like a whole snack and a meal. You might have got found on aisle 8, but even if you didn't, you could have got found out in the parking lot. But even if you didn't, if you have a gas-powered vehicle, you might have got found at the gas station. But even if you didn't, you might have got found getting out of your car on the way in the door. But even if you didn't, when you got home, you would have been saving money because you're not eating all the time. And even if you didn't, you might have been keeping some pounds off your behind, leaving that DoorDash alone. But even if you didn't, by the time you cooked all these meals, you would have more than 3 recipes in your repertoire. So therefore, you have done so much to prepare yourself. Stop praying, ladies. Get it together. Get it together. Not only you would have had your fit together, you would have been out, you would have spent your weekend the way you wanted to spend it, and you would have had more fulfillment. Look at that. Women still cook. Mine do. Listen, you come on, ladies. Come on. We're wasting precious time. Wasting precious time. Netflix and chilling and door dashing to new thighs. I am not here for this. Not here for this, ladies. Come on. We can use this time and get better. And I know when I say things, I'm comical with it. But it's, I mean, you know, I be coming through with the facts. Use that time to get to know you. Get comfortable being in your environment alone with just you and God. Just you and God. So that you know what it is that you need to make it. Because here's something I'm going to tell you. And I hate to, I don't want to mess somebody up, but here's the truth. When you get married, you will have trouble. You will. When you have trouble, you may have some really dark nights. You will. Usually the one thing that you said a partner couldn't do with you and you stay, that's going to happen. It will, because that was your one if then. So then the Lord gives you the if then to try you. You can't go in saying, well, as long as he don't do this, then I'm gonna do that. There's no if then. It's a covenant. It's forever till you die. That's the way it works, right? If you never got comfortable being in your own skin when you were single, when things go wrong in that relationship and that man is not right there next to you, that's when you really lose your mind. And that's when things are dark. It's looking like this might not make it. It's looking like, well, why doesn't he love me? But if you knew who loved you most when you were by yourself, when you were secure alone in self, when you knew how to take care of yourself, you don't need to rub it in his face when you get with him, but you also don't jump to suicide when things go left. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you understand. There's no fairy tale when you get married. There's no magic formula that people are hiding from you. It's time for you to stop it all. Get real with yourself. Take off that makeup. Take off that booty pad. Take off the eyelashes. Take off the hair. Take it all off. Jump in the pool. Get out. And then what you're left with, I want you to get comfortable with that. And those are the ladies who can get in before Boaz. You can't get in with all this foolery, because we're here for real change. We're here for real love. We're here for real marriage. And I can't really help you get there when you're still fighting being real with yourself. Come on now. I need you to get in here. This is who we work with, and that's why everybody can't get in. That's why you won't see a landing page where you can just click and you're enrolled. No, boo. We curate this group with the guidance of God. We talk to you about what you really feel. I mean, some people get on these calls and just break into tears, and that's fine, because we want to know the real you and whether you're willing to do what is required to get through this experience so the new you can strut out. If you happy doing what you're doing, I'm happy for you, boo. Good luck with that. But if you're really been seeking and praying and searching like, God, why? Okay, God, I'm tired. I am sick and I am tired and I want to do something different. And Lord, I know I haven't been talking to you, Lord. I know I stopped praying to you, Lord. I know I turned my back on you, Lord. And I know you actually still been there. So what do I do now, God? What do I do? Because the world tells me I'm in the danger zone. The world tells me I'm just leftovers now. The world tells me I'm not worth very much now. But you tell me I'm worth everything. You tell me you'll give me beauty for ashes. You tell me you'll give me new life. You tell me you are living water that never runs dry. So what do I do now? That's the woman we're here to help. So if that's not you, we ask that you put us in front of who it is for. Make sure you tag the woman who needs this, because that's who we're out here to help. The women who truly have, they like Tara said, their professional success and a personal mess. We coming in hot for you. For you, from head to toe. I repeat what I said earlier. When you go through before Boaz, you get a full transformation. Yes, you get sister girl chats like this, but we go deep. We ask you some real questions so you evaluate what's really going on. And most importantly, we help you heal.
Absolutely.
Y'all don't want to heal. Y'all don't want to heal. Y'all want to keep going. But you can't keep going until you fix what's already happened, because objects in rear view are closer than they appear. Go ahead, Erica, while I read these comments.
And I will say this as well. I know that there's a misconception. You can't preach while you on the mountaintop. We on the bottom. You done already climbed. You done already arrived. You done already made it. But you don't know what low points looked like. And when I tell you, I can say me, when I tell you, in a relationship, out of relationship, in a relationship, out of relationship, in a relationship, out of relationship, thinking that, oh, I'm just fly like that. It's not my fault that everybody want to be with me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I was stupid because the enemy was selling me a lie, or what I call now, it's called a settlement. And a settlement always less than what you know you really deserve or what God really has intended for you. So I was taking these and wasting time after time after time after time. And I'm talking about real time. Invested almost 4 years into, and Shanoria was there. First of all, let's be clear. When I say hot, when Shanoria met me, what was I? One word: naked.
Naked. I said, girl, do you have clothes?
Always
You
said
can't
it.
sit with us. You can't sit with us looking like that. Like, no.
And proud to be. But then I thought that because I looked a certain way, I might as well flaunt it. But let's be very clear. Just because a man likes the way that you looks does not mean that he will bring you home and let you cook in his kitchen. You are not a you are not a, you are arm candy.
Come on now.
Listen, I'm about to
Come
take
on.
Shanoria line. Listen.
Come on now. Come on.
And
Come on.
I'm telling you, for years in a relationship, and when it ended, I'm talking about teed off at God, mad, because I'm thinking this is the man that I can marry. And why? Because I was so bossy, I chose him. And when it ended, and I was by myself, and I was used to being with another person, and I was by myself and by myself and by myself. And one day God said, I need you to be okay with being with you. I need you to be okay with going out to eat with yourself. I need you to be okay with going to the movies by yourself. Because it's not other people. It's not about always having someone next to you to validate you, because I was using them as validation that I was worth it, because I didn't know that I was worth it by myself. So if I'm you and if you're me, I've been you, and I'm telling you, you don't have to be you. You can be the best you, which is me now, and understand that the best you is by yourself first.
Yes. And there's no other way around it. None. I'm going to be very clear. You must know and love self before you love someone else. I can't teach you how to love him until you love you. And when you understand how to love you, when you really get okay with you, then and only then will you be comfortable enough to be vulnerable enough to love him. Because when you want to love him, he's got to be comfortable to be vulnerable with you. And 9 times out of 10, you will open up before that man will. So if the man is tense about opening up, because y'all know we don't allow most of our men to express their emotions, we do them wrong. So let's be real. So the man is waiting to feel safe to open up, but you don't feel safe yourself. So now y'all just hear, this is when we have representatives with masks on, validating each other on the surface. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't growing nowhere. But the pictures look cute for the gram. But every night when y'all go home, y'all barely even talking. Silent treatment through the crib. Don't come at me. I know how it goes. Barely talking at dinner. If you eat dinner together at all, half of y'all are always scrolling or rolling through the TV. Don't really have a connection because it's just for the gram. It's just photography. That's not real. See, what I'm trying to do is help you to understand how to really connect to the soul of another person. See, that's something you got to learn how to do. But you're not comfortable connecting to the soul of another person as long as you're trying to make sure they can't really see you. Let's be clear, especially for you all who may have children. The best way I can break it down is that is one of the most like exposed times of life. You are bigger. You can't protect yourself. You can't do anything. You don't look like yourself. So when you're right here having a baby for another man, and God bless my sisters who did it for somebody and they don't even appreciate dating your husband. But anyway, you going through all of that, baby, you're not going to look the way you look for the gram. You're not going to be able to move the way you move to seduce him. So then how what's that connection then? Because, I mean, you know, me, I was looking like an Oompa Loompa when I was pregnant. So then what are we going to do? How are we going to keep this thing going? When your house is not built on solid ground, anything that happens in life can blow it down.
That's right.
Aren't you tired yet? I mean, like, for real, aren't you tired? These are the questions I have, but women need to heal before a relationship with the same with men. Let's be very clear. This is how you end up going from relationship to situationship to entanglement. I'm going to break it down for you because you had high hopes here and you were disappointed. But
Mm-hmm.
instead of dealing with you, you kept focusing on them. And then when you went
Mm-hmm.
here, you lowered your expectations. And then when you went here, you lowered your expectations. And then here, you like, look, I just want to have a good time. That's it now. I believe my husband said some people will settle for gifts, sex, and a little piece of time. Because you have now navigated your way down. Because something must be wrong with you if you keep having these experiences. So you're not going to keep asking for much. That way you won't be disappointed as much. And now you're just on the side. So that's how you end up in all these situations. But then when I stop you and I look you in your face and I start really talking to you about what you want, you may start to cry. Because then you can't fake no more. See, now we getting real. Now we're going to talk about what you really want. And why are the actions that you're taking misaligned with the outcome that you're desiring?
Right.
Why, my sister? When you're comfortable being alone, you strut different. You ain't worry about what they have to say. You don't need anybody else's validation. It comes from within. And when you get that type of strut, that's when men be like, hold up, move, girl. Move, bust it, baby. Move, silhouette challenge. Move, Megan Thee Stallion knees. Who is that over there? And that's why you have so many men that be looking in one direction. And it's because there's not many of us women willing to do the work to be outstanding. Stop being basic. And you won't keep attracting basic men. Invest in self if you want someone to invest in you. Why would I buy you anything? What have you done to show that you know how to value anything? Like, you don't pour new wine in old wine skins. I'm not giving you money if all you do is waste it. So then if you want this high value man who knows how to love you and is compassionate and he will pray with you and all of this, and then what have you done to attract that high value man? We keep asking these questions and y'all keep talking about Birkin bags. I ain't talking about no bag. Girl, what? Do you have anything to put in it? All right, I know I'm getting worked up, y'all, because I'm passionate. It's because we both are passionate. Absolutely. We want the best for you. Number one, I need you to pause, slow down and pause. And number two, I need you to listen to what these men are telling you. Y'all talking too much. Listen. Even when you meet a man, don't tell that man what you're looking for. Just listen. Because if you tell him what you're looking for, he gonna show you what you asked for. Then you gonna tell us you have a problem with discernment. No, you have a problem with your tongue. Stop talking. Pause and listen. Listen. I say listen all the time. Listen, honey. Listen. I mean it. I love y'all. I love y'all. Marriage can be a fairy tale, but the wife and husband forget they are the authors of it. The authors of the fairy tale. And in order for you to be an apt author of a fairy tale, you must know the vocabulary. Oh, come on, God. I'm coming through. I know. I see you, Miss Cass. I see you, honey. Listen. Thank you for joining. I know you said you were late. Oh, Mari, I don't have to wait till the call. How about now, honey? Listen. Yes, I know. I have people, and for everyone that I have spoken with in the DMs, I want you to know I have your names down. I will contact you directly so you can get in before Boaz, before the doors close. I will do that. Uh-oh, y'all need something to drink. All right. What's that? A lot of women miss the blessings God sent because the man didn't come wrapped in the package that they wanted him to. Please talk about that packaging, Erica.
Reread the you were going out. I can hear you. Can you read?
You gotta scroll up.
Let's see.
A lot of women miss the blessings God sent because the man didn't come wrapped in the packaging that they wanted him to be in.
Wrapped in the package that. Well, again. Okay. True, real, honest to God life lesson. the man that I told God that, or not even God, the man that I told myself that I wanted. When I got that man, he was the most toxic man that I ever been in a relationship with. And and me thinking about him, I was like, but he was my this, and 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 he was my that. That made me understand I don't know what I need. And if I don't know what I need, I'm going to have to go to the one that made me. Because when you manufacture something, you know the ins and outs of it. You know, if I go right now and build a car from the ground up, I can tell you the best type of oil to put in that car. I can tell you what gas is sufficient. I can tell you the best type of tires. I can tell you even down to the rims. I can tell you the windshield wipers that smoothly glides on the windshield. I can tell you every nook and cranny of that car because I made it. And because I thought that I knew what I wanted because I thought I knew me, I wound up picking something that was actually pulling me backwards. So
Yes.
God, I was like, well, God, I mean, I know you know. So can you just let me know? Because I thought I knew. And now I'm sitting here looking stupid yet again, by myself, yet again, out of another relationship, yet again. And I keep finding myself in this place of stuck yet again. And now I'm disappointed in myself. My self-esteem is dropping yet again. I don't have anything to offer at this moment.
Come on.
And honestly, sometimes God will allow you to hit your rock bottom until you say, I don't really know nothing. And I'm seeing that I don't know nothing. So now I'm going to empty my plate and I'm going to allow you to give me what it is that you need me to know so that I can do better than what I'm doing.
Come
and
on.
That is where us women, that is the place mentally that we have to fix our heart posture. We have to fix our mental capacities. We have to fix even where we place our feet, because if we do those things, we are going to end back up in the same places.
Yes. Same script, different cast. Come on now. You just said a whole word there. You always do every week. The Confidence Catalyst, aptly named. Listen, we have to get it together, okay? Within. And we have to be real about the experiences and the role that we played in the outcome that we experienced. All right? If you stop attracting sharks, you have to stop bleeding. We talk about that all the time. So this is what we do. This is how we help. We help you get it together before Boaz, so you can stop attracting what you don't want and start only magnetizing that which you do. And what we haven't mentioned is the support system that you get in the ladies in the community. So now you're not out here trying to do this alone. A lot of times that's a serious problem too, is you may not have other women in your life that you can talk to about these things, who can rightly divide the word and really give you some counsel that is worthwhile, instead of giving you trash or what they read on IG or whatever, like a YouTube video. Come on now. It's important to have that support system more than ever, especially as a wife. Because it is so easy to feel like you're out on an island. And when the devil gets you to feeling like he's out on the island, then he can really play with you. You're in his playground now. Now he's got you separated. That's why we should not stay too far from other believers. We need to stay close. We need to stay in relationships so that we can help one another. Now, I have been scrolling while I was choking, and now I know that was the Spirit of the Lord too, because I almost missed a comment here, and we're going to have to talk about this. Now, I am Miss Kez, know and love yourself so you know what love should feel like and look like. You got to say that. Okay, I want to say your name correct. Is it Jacoya? Let me know. Men should never open up to a woman. That's not in our DNA. See, now I know you wasn't watching the last live too, because Erica ripped this one alive. So here's the thing, Jacoya, and I can tell, man, I don't know who you've been dealing with, but I see you said where the real classy women at, not the ratchets. They're gonna be at our Love at First Zoom on June 13th. make sure you get your ticket, because on the second night of the Summer Love Session, the ladies that we have screened, the gentlemen that we have screened, will be able to participate in the Love at First Zoom. And it will not be trash, and it will not be ladies who are not about the kingdom. What's up, Erica?
He said it's feminine.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. God. Okay.
Go,
Listen. All
go
right.
ahead.
It's feminine. I hate
Go
what
ahead.
we as a society. I know. I hate what we as a society do to our men. It is
Mm-hmm.
not feminine or masculine to have emotions. It
Mm-hmm.
is not feminine or masculine to have needs. It is human.
Thank you.
If you out here messing with anybody and opening up to everybody, you gonna feel like you need to close up tighter than a hermit crab, because you're gonna get so many scars. You're gonna be broken. See, this is why with women, we help them before Boaz, and we help them to understand who deserves to be confided in and who does not. Stop exposing yourself on
Mm-hmm.
any level to everything, because that's not going to suit you. But I'm going to keep going here. Your wife came from you.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
I hope you leaning in, because I love talking to you. So lean in and receive. I receive from you. Now I want you to receive from me. I got something for you. Your wife came from you, sir. Your wife, not a whole bunch of women, one woman. She came
Mm-hmm.
from you. Because she came from you, she has the message that you need to receive. She
Mm-hmm.
has that counsel that you can't see. She has the message, and she has the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Most certainly, you can confide in her. You can open up to her. You can stand in front of her naked and unashamed, because when you enter into covenant with her and God, y'all then cleave together and are one and the same. So why on earth could you not open up to your other half?
To yourself.
It's you. It's the rib that was you. What I feel, good sir, that might be happening is you're opening up to women who didn't come from you. Nah, that is no trauma, no pain over here. I agree. The wife is something you can open up to. Sir, you said it's feminine. You ain't giving no, you said it's feminine. There's nothing feminine about opening up to the right woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it like that, to the right woman. She came from you. And ladies, I hope you're listening. Wife is different than girlfriend. Ladies, this is, when I tell y'all to listen, are y'all reading? Are y'all listening? Push me some hearts if y'all listening. Listen to this is gold for y'all. I hope y'all get it. Wife is different from girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But if you out here treating girlfriends with wife benefits, then you're going to end up scarred, because they never earned it.
Right.
They never earned it. They didn't earn the right to be with you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So no, we don't open up to them, because they didn't come from you, sir. But when you be particular too, the same funnel, hey gorgeous, the same funnel works for you. Who deserves for you to take them out for anything? Sushi, steak, anything. Don't take any woman out. Don't get taken out by any man. I need y'all to start being extremely selective. And when you know yourself enough, you'll start to recognize it when it's walking down the street. When you know you, when you get serious about you, when someone comes up and it feels like out of whack, you'll know that ain't me. There's no need for me to Netflix and chill. There's no need for me to go to dinner, date, nachos, and nothing else. Because all I'm going to do is give myself more battle scars and wounds, or deter me from where I need to get to my partner. Women are supposed to be wives every day, not when they get married. This is true.
Okay.
We talked about this. Go ahead, Erica.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for jumping in and giving, because honestly, women, we need to hear the feedback from men. And this is what I say to you. And this is something that we spoke on, I think, last week in our other live. The Bible says, "He who finds a wife." We are supposed to already be wives. And I said that to the women, because it is absolutely positively true. That is why the pre-work is so important, because that's who God made you. But you got to also grow in that thing so you can walk it out. Now, what you say to you as a man, when you're dating, you shouldn't even be considering dating anything outside of a wife. Listen to me. When you find her, she's a wife. You need to see if she's your wife. But everything that you're supposed to be dating is supposed to be a wife.
Yes.
So your discernment and your process is trying to figure out, is she your wife?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so the question becomes, what is your process to ascertain this information? You might not get it with shrimp and sushi, baby. It's time to go deeper. How do you identify your spouse? How? If a woman wasn't in line to be a wife, I don't waste my time. Yeah, but you still miss it. We talking about your wife. You keep saying a wife. How do you identify your wife? What does your wife look like, sound like, smell like? Where does she hang out? What type of music does she listen to? Where does she go to church? Does she like a big church, small church? Does she not go to church at all? She's just more spiritual. All of this, come on, Miss Cozy. All of this revolves around God. All of this revolves around you. All of this revolves around sitting down, being still, being real and in tune and in alignment with you and your assignment. Then you will recognize the world has taught us there's nothing wrong with going on dates in the meantime. And that is not helping us because we're getting hurt in the process. We're not healing and we're going around scabbed. And then when we do recognize somebody, we're wondering why it is they don't want to get with us. Because you look like a scabbed up mess. That ain't what I'm here for. So, and again, this isn't the popular, we just want to be out here, hey, get it in, get it. Come on now. No. We all go through our seasons. And that's the one thing I want to leave you all with tonight. Again, if you were interested in Before Boaz, I hope we gave you some insight. I look past the looks. I look at the depth of understanding and logic. But yes, and how do you get to that is the question. How do you get to, what is the process? And that's what we each, and your process will be different from the man next to you. My process is different from Erica. I'm already married, but was different from Erica. Everybody has to have their own process because we're individuals. But the point is, do you know your process? The point is, did you even know you needed a process? Sadly, many of us out here are like ping-ponging around and we didn't even understand we needed a strategy to this dating thing. We just thought you date a few people and hey, the probability is if you date 500, one of them is the one. Wrong. That's not how this works. So we're here to help. So we say again, if this message was not for you, but it was for someone around you, please tag them in the replay so they can get this live so we can help more people to stop having the same mistakes and expecting a different result. Okay. We're here to help. If you have been listening and you're like, what? When are they going to do it again? We do not open it up all throughout the year. You can only get in, I think there'll be 2 times for the rest of 2021. It is what it is. We work with a very small group of women, but we help get huge results. Again, we help you understand about investing. We teach you about this. We teach you about banking strategies. We bring in a wealth planner. And by you being a part of it, you already have paid access to these people. You don't have to pay more. You will already have paid access to the wealth planner, to the interior decorator, to the personal stylist, to the stretch instructor. All of that comes. To the sex educator. All of that comes so that when you complete Before Boaz, you have gone through an entire process. You cannot leave the same. You must come in willing to change. That's just the point. But in the summer love session, we just want to have a good time. And that is why, because so many people keep asking, where are the good men, where are the good women? We're going to have a love at first Zoom at the end of the second day. So that will be a good time for you to actually at least see some options, see that we're telling the truth, here they are, and then learn what it is you need to do so you can show up authentically and, recognize your husband. We don't work with men outside of Love at First Zoom, but hopefully you all can recognize your wife. So that's it for today. That's a special announcement. You will notice in the coming weeks, I think we'll be alternating a bit between Erica and I, and then Erica and I and special guests. Most of the special guests will be individuals who are featured within Before Boaz, because we just like for you to get to see who it is and know that we're not making this up and really understand. And when you're thinking about Before Boaz, remember, you're getting all of this included. So you don't have to go through training with us and then go pay for this person, go they pay for that person. Our goal is to put it all in one experience so you can get what you need and then move forward and succeed. That's what we do. We specialize in love. We out here to save 1 million marriages before they even begin.
Boom.
That's what we're doing. Okay, I think we answered all the questions. I really appreciate y'all rocking with us. It's been a very long day for me. I love going back because once we download this, we can't see the comments anymore. So I love to go back and make sure, find yourself so you don't attract a mess. Girl! Yes, so true. Oh, look at everybody. I appreciate all of your comments. Appreciate you rocking with us. Yes, women still cook. If you have any questions, you need immediate support, as always, DM us. We are happy to engage with you, happy to answer any questions, happy to help you however we can. Know any young ladies who need this and you want them to take advantage of the early bird rate, make sure you get them to this message or something by the 1st. On the 1st, the early bird rate will open up to a limited number of slots. And when those slots are gone, it will go up to full price, and it is what it is. We know the value of what it is we're presenting, so that's why we don't give it away for pennies. Okay? But we do try to give breaks where we can. We understand the pandemic, and we understand people just like to get a good deal. So any last comments, Erica?
No. As always, I just want to thank everybody that out because we really enjoy having lives with you guys. We really enjoy the conversation and the questions because we are legitimately just here to help you guys. And we thank you much. Love you guys.
Yes, love you guys. Oh yeah, and if you have any specific questions that you don't feel comfortable putting here, put it in our DMs and we will address it. We have some content coming out next week that's addressing some of the comments we've received in the past 2 weeks. So keep it coming. We are willing to help you however we can. Were you going to say something?
It says May 1st. Is that when the doors will open for actually being able to purchase tickets to the Summer Love Session?
Yes, you will be able to click the link in bio if you don't have the main website, which is theconfidentone.com. But you can click the link in the bio and you will have access to the event. It'll be right there on the page. You can get your early bird ticket to the event. You can also express interest if you want to get in the early bird rate of Before Boaz. So Before Boaz doors are opening. This is the kickoff event to the coaching, right? This is the finishing school for wives in waiting. This is the one you've heard about. This is it. So early bird rate for Before Boaz is only through May 14th. I can say that right now. That's an actual hard date. Anyone who gets in the coaching before that date can get in at the early bird rate. Everybody after that is getting in at full price. For the Summer Love Session, we're only doing a certain number of early bird tickets. So you just want to get your ticket early before all of the early birds are gone.
And also,
that's how it works. Huh?
We will say, if you are getting into the Before Boaz coaching, it also includes a ticket to the Summer Love Session, just so you know that you can purchase both.
Absolutely. If you get in Before Boaz, you have a ticket to everything. Like, I'm not one person that's like, oh, you got to get this, and you got to get that, and you get this. No, you pay one time, and you have everything. You have tickets to every event that we have between now and then as well. So if we pop up and have another event that we didn't even have scheduled, everybody in Before Boaz gets to come to whatever we do. So we take care of our own. And we're family. Like, we're close. Like, we know each other. We're in this for real. So it's not a game. That's why we don't allow, like, 500 people in, because how can we bond with everybody and really get to know you? All right. All right, we haven't gotten any more questions after that, so thank you all so much. If you have questions, again, I know a lot of people do not like typing in chat, so after the lives I usually get like 20 DMs, so that's fine. I love to read them while I'm nursing my child, so drop the questions in. We want you to have all your questions answered by the 1st, so you don't feel like you left out because you didn't know something. Thank you all so much. I saw a question I almost forgot. I had from my ladies over in Nigeria, the Love at First Zoom. We are doing it in the evening, so I know that is off on the time zone for you all. Depending on the feedback, if we need to do a second one at another time, then we will consider that. If we need to have like a second session, but we would have to have enough people that can participate earlier in the day. And because of the nature of it, it'll just kind of do better in the States if it's done later at night. So I did get your comment. I apologize I didn't get to type or send you a voice message back, but that is the answer to that. And since y'all watch these faithfully, I know you're going to receive this when you watch it. All right, I think that's all I got, girl. The devil tried to get me, tried to take me with that coughing, girl.
But we will say good night to you all until next week.
Yes. Y'all be blessed.
Bye.